Is it irresponsible to bring children into this world? In my view, it can be, and it often is, but it doesn't have to. The most common argument that people give against having children is the tremendous suffering that exists in the world, which they mostly attribute to overpopulation. Now, although I can see why someone would put forward such an argument, I find it problematic. First of all, overpopulation is not really a thing. Earth does have more than enough resources to satisfy the needs of all humans alive today. The problem is that most of us living in a materialistic, consumeristic society are consuming way more resources than we need, and at a much faster rate than Earth can replenish them. Now, if people were living a minimalist lifestyle, if they would take from Earth only what they needed, then research shows that Earth could sustain double or even triple the current Earth's population. And on top of that, consider that in our global economic system, resources are not distributed equitably. The top 1% of people has as much wealth as the bottom 50%. Imagine if those resources, that wealth was distributed equitably. Everybody would have enough, in fact, more than enough. Also consider that about 50% of the food being produced globally is being wasted. And studies show that that food alone is enough to feed every hungry person alive. So overpopulation is not really a thing. But even despite overpopulation being a lie, there is indeed plenty of suffering in the world. So is it irresponsible to bring children into it? I think it depends on whether the children that we bring into the world contribute to its suffering or improve the conditions of the world so that there is less suffering. If a parent can provide a child with the conditions necessary for that child to grow into a happy, healthy human being, then that child will not only thrive, but it will contribute to the betterment of the world. That child will be a gift to the world, not a burden to it. That child is perhaps what the world needs right now. But for a parent to bring into existence such a child, a lot of things need to happen. The parent needs to know what it takes to raise a healthy child. The parent needs to do a lot of inner work to resolve his or her traumas so that he or she does not pass them on to their children. A parent needs to be able to give so much love to the kids and to provide it with the tools necessary for it to grow into a thoughtful, responsible, caring, compassionate, loving being. The parent needs to have a great social support system to ask for help when he or she is in need of it. But a lot of people don't think about those things. Many people just decide to have children. Maybe because society told them to. Maybe because the religion told them to. Maybe because they see everyone else around them having children, not realizing what that entails. Or maybe they have children by mistake. And my intention here is not to blame those parents because they are to a great extent victims of their social and cultural conditioning. And nature also wants to propagate itself. It wants to perpetuate itself. So sometimes it finds ways to do that without us being consciously aware of it. We might find ourselves having children without really choosing it. But if we want to improve the conditions of this world and to see a new generation that is healthy, if we want to see our children thrive in this world, then we have to be extra careful when deciding whether we should bring children to this world or not. It is not a simple decision. It is one of the most important decisions that one can make. Again, children can be a gift to life, a gift to existence. They can help to enrich life, to make it more beautiful, more joyful, more peaceful. But if children are neglected, abused, traumatized, if children grow in very unhealthy conditions, most probably they are going to live an entire life of suffering. And without them wanting to, they will contribute further to the suffering of this world.